Round two of the Loeb's Leads mock draft. If you're here from TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it may be, make sure you subscribe below. We're going to be posting every single week during the offseason, getting you guys ready for the draft, talking about free agency, other moves that teams need to make as well. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of that. Without further ado, though, let's get into the video. And if you guys enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and comment on which pick was your favorite. All right, so we will start with probably the most obvious two picks of the draft. Caleb Williams will be going first overall to the Chicago Bears. Drake May will be going second overall to the Washington Commanders. Now, when you look at the New England Patriots, it's tough because you know they need a quarterback. But do they reach for one at 3? In my other mock draft, I had them kind of leveraging this pick, trading down a spot, having the Cardinals give them an extra pick to ensure they don't take Marvin Harrison from them. I think the reality of this situation is they're still going to take Jaden Daniels at 3. I think that makes the most sense for them. Marvin Harrison would go at 4 to the Arizona Cardinals. At 5, it's tough because, there's a lot of different ways you can look at the Chargers. There could be a lot of different holes that they need to fill, even with Jim Harbaugh coming in. But I really do think Brock Bowers makes the most sense. As much as I love Gerald Everett, he's getting up there a little bit in age, and I think Brock Bowers coming in could be a game-changing player for Justin Herbert in that offense. I think they take him. I think the Giants go Malik Neighbors. They need a receiver. I don't think there's really a debate there. They need a playmaker. You can see him taking a tackle, and I do think they'll take a quarterback, but they can't take one at 6. I think they'd be fooling themselves if they thought that was the right decision. At 7, it's tough, though, because Tennessee, you don't know which direction they're going to go in. But I see them taking Rome Odunze. I think him going under DeAndre Hopkins' wing for a year or two could be really good. He is unbelievably talented. I think Rome Odunze is a great job, or a great prospect for that Titans job that was just filled. And I think, yeah, I got the script right next to me. Number 8 pick is actually going to get traded to the Cincinnati Bengals. I have the Cincinnati Bengals giving up 18, 49, and 115 for 8 and 109. Oh, well, it's just, there we go. Okay, so Cincinnati now has the 8th overall pick, right? And the biggest need for them is undoubtedly tackle. I think they go Olumuyiwa Fashanu. Sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. That's who they go. I don't think Joe Alt is the first tackle off the board, at least on January 30th, 2024. I don't think that's the case. At 9, it's going to be Dallas Turner to the Chicago Bears. And at 10, it's going to be Joe Alt to the New York Jets. 2 positions of need. At 11, see, this is where it gets really tough because you don't know where Kirk Cousins is going. And right now, I'm operating under the assumption that he will be back. However, if Kirk Cousins is not back, the reality of this situation is that the Vikings are going to look in a different direction. They're going to take a quarterback here. I don't think they do. I think he's back. I think the biggest hole they need to fill outside of that, if Kirk Cousins stays, is Nate Wiggins at a corner. But here's where I think the next quarterback is taken. I think Michael Penix goes 12th overall to the Denver Broncos. I think that makes a lot of sense for them. I don't think Jarrett Stidham is the long-term answer. Russ will probably be gone, in my opinion. I don't think Russ is going to be there next year. And now we move to 13 with the Las Vegas Raiders. I think Jarzon Newton is the best pick here. They need some defensive interior help to shore up that run defense. I think those outside guys played really well. And I know it says offensive line here as a need. I don't think so. Like, the Raiders are one of the better offensive lines this year. I think when you look deeply at what they can do with running the ball, it speaks to how well these guys can move people at the line of scrimmage. I think the Raiders did a really good job of that. Pass protection, maybe that's an issue. Maybe that's where the need comes from. But, what, bottom 10 in sacks allowed, or top 10 in sacks allowed, I guess, if you're looking at allowed, I think that offensive line is not a huge need for them. 14, New Orleans Saints, we have Talis Fuaga. At 15, the Indianapolis Colts, and this surprises me every time I do this mock draft simulator, right? They need another receiver. They're going to get Keon Coleman, man. Like, to me, the Keon Coleman, I don't even know if I want to call it hate, but the fact that he's sliding down draft boards is a little surprising to me just because of how athletic he is. I think he can shore up some of the question marks that he has. And 15 to the Indianapolis Colts makes a lot of sense for me. 16, Seattle. We have Jared Verse, the edge from Florida State. 17 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's where Cooper DeJean comes off the board. They need some DB help. They need some secondary help really bad. I think that makes a lot of sense. See, 18 now, here's where it gets really interesting. So the Falcons did not trade down, right? If they did not trade down from this, 8th pick that they had before, I probably would have taken Penix there. Penix is off the board at 12 now. I think they go Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix is the next quarterback taken. I think J.J. McCarthy probably goes early to mid second round. I think Bo Nix is the guy. At 19, Terrion Arnold. The Rams need some secondary help there as well. You can get him. At 20, the Pittsburgh Steelers. See, this is tough too because there aren't gaping holes, at least in my opinion, for the Pittsburgh Steelers to fill outside a quarterback. I think that's a free agent thing rather than draft. I'd be shocked if they took a guy like J.J. McCarthy. So I think getting another DB is going to help. Kool-Aid McKinstry, get a number 2 corner. Maybe he's better than Joey Porter long term too, but you get number 2 corner right now. Probably the best way to go about it. At 21, the Dolphins go J.C. Latham. See, it's interesting with the Dolphins. I was really looking like maybe there's another playmaker, another speed guy they can get to add offensively. But like, I don't think they will. I think their defense, when healthy, is really good. They have a lot of really good playmakers there. I just think health is the most important thing for that team's success. And if they can continue to build up their offensive line with a guy like J.C. Latham, obviously you don't know the future of Teron Armstead. That's probably the best move. Here is where the second trade comes in. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be swapping picks here. I believe I had 58, 50, and then was it a no, it was this. There we go. Okay, sorry guys, I want to make sure I get this right. And a third. There it is. Okay. All right. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, not accepted. I'm going to force the trade. Well, I'm pretty sure that was the trade I had last time. Regardless, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers trade up to get this. They trade up because they need edge rushers. That's the bottom line here. I think outside of Vita Vea, that defensive line needs some help. I know they had some young guys that came in and played well, but getting a guy like Braylon Trice here is huge for them. I think it's going to be a big, big upgrade. Houston is a fascinating one because, again, you see needs wide receiver. Like, that's not right to me. They were very deep in the receiver room. I do think defensive interior will help them a lot. So I am going to have them take Byron Murphy from Texas. I think that is probably the best pick for them there. At 24, we have Dallas. I think they go receiver too. Again, like healthy Dallas defense. I think maybe you can draft a linebacker. Did they reach for a linebacker at 24? I don't know. You guys will see what I'll do with the Eagles pick at 26 too. It's not going to be a comfortable pick there, but I think go Troy Franklin actually for a receiver. I think they had a little speed guy. They had a deep threat. Brandon Cooks is getting up there a little bit. You got to take some of the off of CeeDee Lamb. Like, I don't know. Like he's to me one of the best deep threats in this draft class. I don't think Dallas misses an opportunity to lean into Dak Prescott even more with a player like that. I think at 25, Amarius Mims is the clear pick for Green Bay. At 26, see, this is tough. Like Eagles, not a ton of needs in my opinion. Linebacker is a big one. So a guy like Edgerrin Cooper, who's on the board, I still think they take him, even if it's early, even if you feel like you're reaching for him. I think that makes the most sense. 27, Arizona, Chris Braswell. Makes a lot of sense there. Need edge rushers for Arizona. You need a defensive identity, especially after drafting Marvin Harrison with your 4th overall pick. Like, that makes the most sense to me. 28, Cameron Kitchens for the Buffalo Bills. I think DB help. I think Poyer, Hyde, or both will be gone. So I think they need some DB help there. 29 for the Lions is fascinating. I think they kind of need a corner. You can look at the other guys that are around here. Ennis Rackstraw. Like, I think Kamari Lassiter is the pick for Detroit. I think it fits their scheme a little bit better, so we'll go Kamari Lassiter there. 30 with the Baltimore Ravens. I think Clowney's gone, so I think they need to fill an edge spot. So Laiatu Latu, if I pronounce that right, is the pick for the Baltimore Ravens. And yes, that means Brian Thomas does go to Kansas City. I know that's crazy. They'll draft another receiver at the end of the first round. I hate it either. And then Ennis Rackstraw will be going to San Francisco. They need some DB help there as well. But this is what the draft looks like. Let's see, it'll load out for you here. This is what the draft looks like. We'll scroll down a little bit, but this is what it looks like. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. If you guys made it this far and you're not subscribed already, make sure you do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it as well, and make sure you comment any other types of videos you want to see on here. God bless you guys. We'll see you next time.